Welcome into Braves football on the Community Braves Network. I'm Brandon Shanahan, broadcasting live from Aubrey High School, home of the Aubrey Chaparrals, ahead of tonight's District 7 4A showdown. And this is one both teams have been eyeing since the beginning of the season. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff here on a beautiful Texas fall evening. Weather conditions couldn't be much better, light clouds and a temperature hanging around 80 degrees all night from Aubrey, Texas. Tonight's matchup, a very good matchup throughout the district. Both teams come in looking for their second win of the season and their first in district play, and many people consider District 7-4A a district of doom. And both of these teams, opportunities like tonight don't come up too often. Last season it was Aubrey who pulled away with a 77-36 win over the Braves in Nevada, and tonight Community tries to get payback and spoil homecoming for the Chaparrals. Last week, Community fell to Frisco Panther Creek 63-21. Despite the loss, the progress is very clear in this team from their 1-9 2024 campaign to the direction they're heading now under first-year head coach Adam Arteaga. Looking at the individual performers for Community, last week quarterback Grayson Calloway completed 78% of his passes en route to continuing his breakout junior year third in 4A Division I in passing yards, leads the district in completed passes, and even against a very tough Panther Creek defense was able to pick up more than 200 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Ronti Wilson from the backfield also had his best night of the year, rushing for 134 yards as he's emerged as a lead back for the Braves over the last month or so. Just a sophomore, 7th in district rushing yards, is also a threat out of the backfield with 21 catches for more than 200 yards. And both of those touchdowns coming from Callaway went right to Cash Elston's growing total, as now he's over 700 receiving yards on the season. The team's leading receiver likely be a top target for the Braves tonight as they tried to pick up their first district win against the Chaparrals. The game last week more competitive than what the score would lead you to believe, especially early on as the Braves tied the game at 7, and they were stopped in Panther territory, trying to tie the game at 14 apiece. A few untimely turnovers and failed fourth down conversions kept the Braves from hanging on as long as they could have against one of the better teams in Class 4A. About 3 minutes away from kickoff, before we lock in on tonight's matchup, we'll take a look at what else is happening around throughout Braves Nation and what their schedule has looked like so far. We take a look at the outgoing scoreboard. Great season so far for both non-district foes, Canton and Sanger Hills, as they've been outstanding throughout this season. They're back in action tonight. And then the rest of District 7 4A in action as well tonight. We'll keep you updated on those scores as they become available throughout the evening. Coin toss going on currently at midfield. We'll be back in 2 minutes for opening kickoff here from Aubrey High School. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at LevonFamilyDental.com or call 972-853-2100.
About 90 seconds away from kickoff here from Aubrey High School, broadcasting live ahead of tonight's matchup as Community looking to pick up their second win of the season. In a big spot here tonight, trying to avenge a 77-36 loss to the same Chaparral program that they took on last year. Again, a very difficult district. No matter how you line it up, both teams eyeing this opportunity as one to get one in the win column. Big night for both teams. Aubrey won the opening coin toss, elected to receive. And so we'll see the Community Braves defense first and foremost likely to be a key in tonight's matchup, as we've seen games where they struggled, the defense fell behind in a hole, and games where they've kept up and they've surprised their opponents, they've been able to find success with their defense. So we'll see what the Braves defense has cooked up first and foremost. Cold Story has the ball teed up, and the Braves are ready to roll. As good enough boots to put it in the back of the end zone a few once. They also like to be more strategic with their kickoffs, trying to elicit a return. Slight breeze at the back of the Braves as they go from right to left. And the Chaparrals will field it from inside the 5-yard line. It'll actually tiptoe into the end zone for a touchback. And the Chaparrals will start off with standard field position for their first possession of the night. Community wearing their all-white uniforms, white jerseys, white pants, white helmets with their updated Braves logo on the side, blue numbers throughout. The Chaparrals in their gray home uniforms, very reminiscent of the Oklahoma State Cowboys, their gray uniforms with the script helmets, gray jerseys, gray pants, white helmets, black trim throughout. Will Story gets to start at quarterback tonight for the Chaparrals. We'll see a power spread formation from Aubrey throughout tonight. Very similar to how they want to attack the defense as Community will. And a swing pass out to the top of the formation. Caught near the 30, tiptoes up the sideline. Correction, it's actually Connor Murphy getting the start at quarterback tonight for the Chaparrals. Gain of 6 on the play. Trio of wide receivers to the bottom, of back now in the backfield with Murphy. Kicks him out, back to the top of the formation. Quarterback power between the tackles. Splits the first defender at the 35, stood up at the 37 and pushed back after that. Good for an Aubrey first down. Connor Murphy, the sophomore quarterback, also listed as a linebacker, just to kind of give you some perspective on his size and what he brings to the table. They're not going to want to attack too far down the field very often. They're going to like to use the big body of the quarterback to lead the run game, spread out the defense, and power it from there. Quarterback keeper this time to the left side, up the left hashes, past midfield, the gain of 15 on first down. Moves the chains for the second consecutive time for Connor Murphy. Jackson Dormus in the backfield with Murphy. 3 wide receivers cascaded to the bottom, a tight end off the left tackle. Gets the snap, it's a handoff to Dormus, and stood up immediately and brought down in the backfield Isaac Foy, the first to make contact. And for the first time, they pushed the Chaparrals back behind the line of scrimmage on the carry from Jackson Dormus. Second and 11. Currently back to a empty backfield for Murphy. 2 wide receivers at the bottom, 3 receivers up top. Second and 11 from the Braves' 46-yard line. Murphy in the backfield by himself. Another quarterback keeper between the tackles. Lowers his shoulder towards the 45. Stood up and eventually pushed back. It's Kelvin Shamuiwa on the lone tackle. Not easy to bring down Murphy, but Shamuiwa there to stop him. Forward progress at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 5. Chaparrals back to the line of scrimmage. Murphy swings out to the bottom of the formation, caught behind the line of scrimmage, and a group of Braves convene and bring him down at the line of scrimmage, maybe a bit behind, but right at the 40. Sets up 4th and 5. Likely a green light situation for the Chaparrals. Those Riley Lemons on the comp, both very young teams, a sophomore receiver, sophomore quarterback, junior running back to get things started. Chaparrals look over to the sideline, regroup the play, see if the defense tips their hand. Murphy gets the snap. He's looking left. Fires over the middle of the field. Caught at the 35. Turns it upfield. Reverses track. Isaac Foy brings him back from behind. Good for a Chaparrals first down inside the 30 with 8:41 and counting in the first quarter. Quick pitch and catch there to Braxton Osterman. Murphy back to the quarterback run game to the left side. Just off the left tackle. Powers his way for a gain of 10 right at the sticks. I think they'll give him the first down. And they do. First down for the Chaparrals. Braves on their heels early. Quarterback run game from Connor Murphy, giving them troubles early on. They love to spread out the defense with the wide receivers, get them out of the way, and then try to put a hat on a hat for the quarterback run game, as we see it here again between the tackles. Splits the defense into the end zone for a Chaparral touchdown. Connor Murphy from 18 yards out. Extra point unit out for the Chaparrals. Try to put the exclamation point on a dominant opening drive from Aubrey. Snap comes in, operation clean, kick through the pipes, and the Chaparrals jump on top 7-0. We'll get to look at the high-powered Braves offense. After this, you're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The J.R. Airy State Farm Agency is proud to support community ISD athletics. At the J.R. Airy State Farm Agency, we're all about protecting what matters most: your family, your home, your future. Just like our Braves fight for every win, we're here to fight for you with personalized insurance and financial solutions. Cheer on Community ISD with us, and let's secure your tomorrow together. Like a good neighbor, JR is there.
(7-0) Aubrey lead after an 18-yard touchdown run from Connor Murphy. The quarterback power took him pretty much the entire length of the field. They found something they like, and now it's Community's turn to see if they can stop it. Pump fake onside kick from the Chaparrals, trying to see if they can get a good look, favorable look, I should say, against the kickoff return team from Community. They back up into a more traditional style and booted away high and deep inside the 10. Fielded at the 12, turns upfield, evades a man at the 15, tiptoes around the 20, still on his feet, past the 25, brought down eventually by a group of Chaparrals near the 30-yard line, and that's where this high-powered electric Braves offense will pick up the game. First offensive drive for Community. We'll get to see the likes of Grayson Calloway, who's been outstanding this season for the Braves. 78% completion percentage last week against a very good Frisco Panther Creek team. Some personnel updates. Alex Krichka getting another start for the injured wide receiver room, testing their depth throughout the season. Eli Dixon went down with an injury a few weeks ago. Chase Williams replaced him, and he's unavailable tonight. Handoff to Ronti Wilson off the left side. We'll see plenty of him tonight. So he split carries with Cade Connor for the first half of the season before finally emerging as the lead back for the Braves. More than 130 yards the last week. Has been outstanding as well. Good target out of the backfield. Trio wide receivers at the bottom of the formation, and one up top. Callaway gets the snap back to Wilson, this time off the right side. Follows the blocker in and picks up a very small gain, if anything. Third and medium for the Braves. Cade Connor also on the field, lining up as a slot wide receiver. Again, that slot wide receiver spot has been one that the Braves have loved to target throughout the season with Eli Dixon and Chase Williams, but fortunately injuries have left them fairly limited, so they'll have to move some things around. Expect to see, some more Dylan Testa, Adam Allred, and now Cade Connor currently playing that slot position. Callaway drops back to pass, sets up the screen, almost intercepted in the backfield by Blake Wheeler. He was right there, read the screenplay very well. one of the type of plays that don't quite always work later on in the season as they did at the beginning, where the Braves found a lot of great plays. Big plays in that screen game from Connors to Wilson as they shift into punt formation. Adam Allred will do the punting. He's been very good as a punter this year. Doesn't get a whole lot of air yards with it, but has a way with the football, gets good bounces. The kick cover team has been solid so far. 6:38 left in the first quarter. 3 and out for the Braves. Allred back to boot it away. And the punt comes in, and very clean operation. Luke Hellman back to receive, but not in the neighborhood, as we'll watch it roll out of bounds. That's where the Chaparrals will take over. They're going to spot it at the 48-yard line. So first and 10 for Aubrey at their own 48-yard line. 6:32 left in the first quarter. Aubrey moved very effectively down the field. Just one negative play on their opening drive. Came from an Isaac Foy tackle for loss, but their plan very evident out of the gates. They love the matchup with Connor Murphy as a runner. So what we saw plenty of, they spread out the wide receivers, basically just get them out of the way. You get a hat on a hat up front, and then expect Connor Murphy to win a couple of battles head on. Murphy's in the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield with him. This time, a handoff right to the point of attack. Gain of 4 on the play on first down. More like 3. They move it back a little bit. Second and 7 coming up. Different formation for Aubrey than what we saw in the first drive. Murphy swings out to the top of the formation. Incomplete. Skips it off the turf. It's 3rd and 7, so after marching very methodically down the field on their opening drive, the Braves an opportunity to get off the field. Seemingly, the Chaparrals in Brave territory. I think 2 plays to get 7 yards here. Solo backfield for Murphy. Got 2 wide receivers up top and a trio spread out throughout the bottom. Murphy gets the snap, quarterback power to the right side. Kicks it out up the hashes now past the 30. Finally dragged down past the sticks. Good for an Aubrey first down inside the community 30. That's exactly what we saw plenty of on the opening drive. Braves, not much of an answer for. Tried a couple of different handoffs, one to Jackson Dormus, and it looks like they have Riley Lemons in the backfield. And Corbin Frazier as well, but run game clearly running through quarterback Connor Murphy early on. Under 5 minutes to go. Handoff. A met at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Caleb Allred. Sophomore linebacker came up to make a play. About 1.5 yards on the first down carry from Corbin Frazier. Back to an empty backfield. A back is off the right tackle. They send a man in motion right to left. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Hurdles a defender up between the hashes and dashes into the end zone for an Aubrey touchdown. His second rushing touchdown of the night as they go up 2 scores with just over 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Extra point unit back out. Very successful their last time out. Snap comes in clean, kick through the pipes, and the Chaparrals go up 14-0 with 4:18 left to go in the first. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Education Foundation is turning 20 this school year. Join us in celebrating 2 decades of braving the way for educational excellence in Community ISD. The foundation enhances educational programs through classroom grants, scholarships, and support of district initiatives. To date, more than $350,000 has been returned through the foundation to support innovative teaching ideas that enrich our students' education. Learn how you can support the foundation at communityisd.org/CEF.
14-0 lead for Aubrey early in the first after back-to-back touchdown runs from quarterback Connor Murphy. First from 18 yards out, the last from 28 yards out. They have a formula they like. Now Community needing to stop it. Quick kickoff. Fielded at the 15. Turns upfield up the hashes. Makes a man miss at the 25. Keeps going. Eventually knocked down at the 35-yard line. Favorable field position for the Braves as they start their second possession of the night. Was a quick 3-and-outs. Their first opportunity up. Now some work to do. Down 2 scores halfway through the first. Ronte Wilson picked up a couple of carries on the first possession. Unable to get much going in the pass game on the first drive. The Braves back out. Ronte Wilson in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. 2 wide receivers, or 3 of them, snuck up to the top of the formation. Handoff to Wilson between the tackles. Bounces out to the left. Hung up by his ankle and dragged down from behind near midfield. Solid first down effort from Ronte Wilson, and the Braves pick up their first down of the game. Alex Krichka and Cash Elston at the top of the formation. Cade Connor acting as a slot wide receiver. One of the team's leading rushers as well, so we'll see him in the run game throughout. Good man to pitch to. They like that jet sweep kind of action. Keeps the defense on their heels. Dylan Testa to the bottom of the formation. 1st and 10 for the Braves. Callaway looking to unload down the field, looking for Elston just outside of his reach. That's a route that they'll go to a couple of times tonight. They love Cash Elston across the middle of the field. That's what you can do when you spread out the defense with those perimeter wide receivers out towards the sideline. You get a big body like Cash Elston who can come in kind of over the top, split the safeties, and then it's just playing catch. Now, granted, it's playing catch 30 to 40 to 50 yards down the field, so easier said than done. But that's a matchup that they've enjoyed all season long, and that's when they got a 50-yard touchdown pass against Panther Creek last week. Now, different formation. Bunched in more 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field. It's a handoff to Ronte Wilson. Stood up at the point of attack. 3rd and long coming up for the Braves. Braves love to use the tempo. The downside of that is when you're trying to get into a rhythm, if you can't find it quickly, it's hard to get into. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Braves. Keep an eye on number 11. He's currently heading towards the top of the screen on that inner wide receiver. Krichka up top. Elston likely a target that they'll look towards. Callaway rolls out to his right, gets Connor out in the flat. Stood up and brought down in the backfield for a short loss. 4th and long, likely not a favorable green light situation for the Braves. And they'll shift on some fresh bodies, indicating they'll be punting the ball away for the second time tonight. They did pick up a 1st down, so making progress, but the defense has their work cut out for them after the all-red punt. All-red currently standing at the 32-yard line. Receives a snap and boots it away. Very good punt. This one fielded at the 19. Returnable. Makes the first man miss. Reverses field out towards the bottom of the sideline. Now turns it up near the sideline. Ronte Wilson chases him down from behind. A couple of penalty markers on the field. So I have a hunch this one won't look as advantageous for the Chaparrals as it does now. Now just a matter of how much damage the penalty did, as both teams are retreating back towards the left-hand end zone. Officials still conversating about it at the 40. So give us a time to take a look at our Brave of the Week. This week is the CHS volleyball team. After learning that a contracted employee at the high school campus did not have a car of their own, these generous Braves decided to fundraise for the employee, then demonstrated wisdom by involving local businesses, including Rockwall Ford, to upgrade the donated funds into a great vehicle and include insurance. A volleyball team earning Braves of the Week. Congratulations to all involved. Very cool story coming out of Community ISD. Officials still talking things over at the moment. Looks like the head umpire having a chat with Aubrey head football coach Keith Ivey. Block in the back against Aubrey is the final call, and a face mask of some sort against Community. That would indicate to me that the penalties will offset. And yeah, I can see why I need to talk that over. Always gets a little bit tricky with the change of possession, and looks like they're walking out now back towards the end zone on the right-hand side. Actually, I don't know what I think. Okay, now they're moving back towards the left-hand end zone. The ball is set at the 20-yard line for Aubrey. Don't ask me how that math works. But what I do know, 1st and 10 for the Chaparrals at their own 20-yard line on the far hash. And the Braves, tall task, gave up 2 touchdown runs already to Connor Murphy. Have not had much of an answer for the quarterback power run game early on. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the formation and a back in the backfield with Murphy. And a pre-snap penalty move Aubrey back 5 yards. Just the second negative play of the night for Aubrey. And Isaac Floyd tackle for loss on the first drive. I think they run that on Community. Got them to jump off sides. Yep, will be 1st and 5 for the Chaparrals after the infraction. First and 10 for the Chaparrals. Swing it around and brought down in the backfield near the original line of scrimmage. The penalty yardage negated on the tackle for loss. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Chaparrals. They haven't had much success doing anything other than the quarterback run power. They haven't been stopped very much doing the quarterback power. They're trying to find a second gear before Community can catch up to the QB run game. Murphy takes it himself between the tackles. This time stood up at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for a yard, but not much more. 3rd and medium for the Chaparrals on the way. Likely their first passing down, if we're going to see one, is probably spot for them. Murphy in the backfield by himself. 3 wide receivers up top, 2 to the bottom. 3 down linemen for Community as they're bringing pressure. Both all Reds looking like they're working their way towards the line of scrimmage to penetrate up through the middle. Here they come. Murphy drops back to pass, sheds a tackler in the backfield, fires wide open at the 32, caught, turns upfield, runs through a defender at the 50 and tripped up inside Braves territory. Good heads-up play from Murphy as he was right near the line of scrimmage. Knew where he was, flipped it out to the open man, and a big play for the Chaparrals, their first passing play of the day, and it pays off in droves. 1st and 10 now in Braves territory. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. That will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Chaparrals up 14-0, courtesy of 2 rushing touchdowns from Connor Murphy. And we'll be back with the first down and the start of the second quarter after this. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Let's remember to play, coach, officiate, and support the Texas way, with respect for others, self-control, and true sportsmanship. Our student athletes are here to learn life lessons through sport. Win or lose, your actions during competition and in the stands reflect your character. Play with pride, play with honor, play the Texas way. Learn more at playthetexasway.com. During this break in the action, take a moment to follow Community ISD. On Facebook and Instagram, we're easy to find. Our handle is Community ISD.
First and 10 for the Chaparrals, trying to build on their 14-0 lead. Connor Murphy in the backfield by himself. Expect the quarterback pass here, steps back to throw, looking down the field, fires, has a man over the middle, caught inside the 5, touchdown. Chaparrals, that's Connor Murphy to Braxton Osterman. From 41 yards out, Chaparrals go up 3 scores on the first play of the second quarter. PAT unit comes back out onto the field for the 3rd time tonight, 2 for 2, trying to make it 3 for 3. It's Peter Campbell out to do the kicking duties for Aubrey. Snap comes in a bit high, otherwise operation clean and kick through the uprights, and the Chaparrals go up 21-0. Take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
21-0 lead for Aubrey after the first 12 minutes, 7 seconds of tonight's contest, courtesy of a 42-yard pitch and catch from Connor Murphy to Braxton Osterman. 2 for 2 passing tonight for Murphy. 2 huge plays, one on 3rd and 7 earlier in that drive, and then capping off a touchdown score just a few moments ago. Peyton Campbell has the ball teed off and ready to boot it away to either Ronti Wilson. That's who will watch the ball go back. Jonathan Reed back there as well. Touchback, and now coming up for the 3rd time tonight, the Braves offense had some struggles. They picked up a first down on their last drive on a Ronti Wilson handoff. Still looking for that first spark. Had a matchup with Cash Elson down the field, couldn't connect. Well, they take the field with 11:53 left to go in the second quarter. Braves offense relatively quiet tonight. Again, experiencing some depth issues at the slot wide receiver position. We're still looking to find some momentum early in the second. 3 wide receivers cascaded to the top. Bronte Wilson in the backfield with Callaway. Callaway back to throw over the middle of the field, looking for Connor, in and out of his hands at the 40. A matchup that they liked. Snuck in Connor from that slot position just behind the linebacking core, sent the perimeter wide receivers out deep to occupy the safeties, and had a soft spot in the defense. Couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 coming up. Alex Krichka at the bottom of the scene. Cade Connor will come and join him to set up a 2-by-2 formation with Elston and Testa at the top and Ronti Wilson in the backfield with Grayson Callaway. Callaway gets a snap, looks to his left, looking to throw, steps up in the pocket, wrapped up and brought down in the backfield for a sack. 3rd and long coming up for the Braves. Mark him down at the 19-yard line. 3rd and 16 coming up for the Braves. Want to keep an eye out on either try to set up a high percentage screen play, get Ronti Wilson the ball out in space, Dylan Testa at the top of the formation, Cal Shelston in the slots at the top. Be looking for him. Callaway rolls that way, in trouble, fires out into the flat, was looking for Testa, incomplete pass, and a late penalty marker comes in the backfield. Likely not great news for the Chaparrals. Roughing the passer on Aubrey. That'll give the Braves a freebie on 1st down. What would be 4th and 16 turns into 1st and 10. And they spot the ball at the 34-yard line. Braves catch a break. This is where we've seen the Braves offense operate at their most efficient schemes. Once they get that first down, they can get into a rhythm, a little bit of catching. A wildcat formation. Ronti Wilson takes a direct snap in the backfield. Enjoy the creativity. I haven't seen that this season, but as we're seeing with Aubrey and their quarterback run game, if you can get some power downhill running back game with the quarterback or the back taking the direct snap, you get more favorable numbers up front, especially with Cade Connor in the backfield with him. In fact, Grayson Callaway still is on the field. Sometimes they'll shift him over to wide receiver in that kind of setting to keep him on the field, but kind of get him out of the way and let Connor and Wilson do the hard hitting up front. Callaway back behind center this time. Gets the snap, drops back to throw over the field, picked off at the 48. Turns it upfield, working his way towards the sideline, cuts back in at the 20, and he'll have a clean path into the end zone for a touchdown from Aubrey. It's Cameron Haygood on the pick 6 for Aubrey as they extend their lead now to 4 scores, 27-0 with 10:05 left in the second. Peyton Campbell back out to kick. Snap comes in, operation clean, and kick through the uprights. 28-0 lead for Aubrey with 10:05 left in the second quarter. We'll step aside. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Athletic Booster Club is fired up to support our student athletes in Community ISD. With your help, we've awarded thousands in scholarships, boosted athletic excellence, and given back to every CISD sport, making a lasting difference in our students' lives. Next time you're on campus for a game, don't forget to stop by our concession stand. Every purchase helps us continue this incredible work.
28-0 lead for Aubrey. 10:05 left in the second quarter, courtesy of a 48-yard pick six from Cameron Haygood on Grayson Calloway as the Braves picked up their second first down of the evening. Bright spot on the defensive turnover is he gets the ball right back. Jonathan Reed and Ronty Wilson back at the 10-yard line to receive the kickoff for Community. Campbell boots it off towards the near pylon, just out of bounds. So the Braves pick up favorable field position on the infraction. They'll set up shop at the 40-yard line. Tough sledding so far for Community offensively. Just 2 first downs tonight. One on a Ronty Wilson carry, and then another on a roughing the passer penalty on what would have resulted in 4th and 16. And another 3 and out for the Braves, but they got a lucky break before the Cameron Haygood interception. Braves offense back out onto the field. They'll set up shop at the 30. Two-by-two formation. Ronty Wilson in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. Connor Krishka to the bottom. Teston Elston up top. Connor goes from bottom to top. Setting up the screen for Ronty Wilson. Has a blocker in front of him, but brought down in the backfield for a short loss on the play. Second and long coming up for the Braves. Krichka and Elston to the bottom. Testa and Connor up top. Ronty in the backfield with Calloway for the moment. Calloway kicks him out. Elston caught over the middle. Turns upfield past the 40. First down Community. And the ball popped out. And will result in another turnover recovered by Eli Gutierrez on the Cash Elston fumble. Another turnover for the Braves. Will take a step aside when we return. First down for Aubrey. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com. The J.R. Airy State Farm Agency is proud to support Community ISD athletics. At the J.R. Airy State Farm Agency, we're all about protecting what matters most: your family, your home, your future. Just like our Braves fight for every win, we're here to fight for you with personalized insurance and financial solutions. Cheer on Community ISD with us, and let's secure your tomorrow together. Like a good neighbor, JR is there.
First and 10 for the Chaparrals after the Community fumble. Murphy gets the snap, drops back to pass, doesn't like what he sees, turns upfield, brought down at the 40. The ball read the first to get to him. Grayson Abbott there to clean it up. Short gain on the play. And a penalty marker will negate the positive first down play. 9:04 left to go in the second quarter. Back-to-back turnovers for Community have resulted in a grand position for the Chaparrals to build on their 28-0 lead. Connor Murphy's been outstanding tonight. 2 rushing touchdowns to start the first quarter scoring flurry. One from 18 yards out, one from 28 yards out. Then found Osterman down the field for third touchdown and a pick six, added their 4th score of the night. Quick pass out to Luke Hellman. Picked up back the penalty yardage, or at least most of it. Second and 15 on the way. Quarterback power to the right side. Sheds through a tackle at the 47. Turns upfield at the 40. And brought down. Third and short coming up for the Chaparrals. Three wide receivers down low. 2 to the top. Murphy in the backfield by himself. Braves seeming to bring pressure. Quarterback Heaper to the right side. Turns back in towards the middle. Right at the sticks. They'll give him forward progress to the 33. First down for Aubrey. Clock winding under 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Murphy gets the play from the sideline. 3 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 up top, and a back in the backfield with Murphy. Murphy gets the snap. Handoff between the tackles, stood up right at the point of attack, and brought down shortly after by a group of Braves. Moving forward progress to the 32. Second and 9 on the way. Man in motion coming bottom to the top. Handoff between the tackles. Stood up and brought down Isaac Foy. First to break through. Not much getting past him. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. Third and 9 coming up. It was a handoff to Jackson Dormus. And outside of the Braves can just force the ball out of the hands of Connor Murphy. They've had success. But unfortunately, Murphy has been outstanding tonight. Currently in the backfield by himself. 2 wide receivers to the top, 3 to the bottom. Expect a quarterback power here. That's what we get between the tackles to at least pick up a chunk of yardage. Stood up before the 30. And eventually ruled down forward progress at the 30. He'll pick up a couple of yards on the play. Still 4th and 7 coming up for the Chaparrals. So they're sending out a line change. Kind of no man's land I would expect. Feels too close to punts. But would be a very impressive field goal attempt, which looks like that they'll give it a go. Peyton Campbell out. They set up shop at the 37, so it set up a 47-yard field goal. Snap comes in a little bit wobbly, but the kick shotted to the uprights just wide left. Had some leg after tough operation. But the Braves get their first stop on defense and will take over at the 37-yard line. I'll give us an opportunity to talk about the CHS Marching Band. We are proud to announce that for the 10th consecutive time, our CHS Mighty Braves Marching Band has qualified for the UIL Area Contest after earning a superior rating at regionals with its old school show on Wednesday. Area is set for October 25th at Eagle Stadium in Lindale. First and 10 for the Braves. coming up from the 30-yard line. .552 left before halftime. Two backs in the backfield with Callaway. Callaway gets a snap, hands it off to Cade Connor, going right to left, brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. Last time the Braves were out there was a fumble after a reception from Cash Elston. Elston looked to get stung up on the play. Not currently out onto the field. Adam Allred comes out and takes his place. 2-by-2 formation. Ronty Wilson, the backfield, Callaway. Callaway fires out to the left, looking Allred's way. Can't connect, incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Back-to-back turnovers. It's been a rough night for the community offense. Started the game with a 3-and-out, and then a 4-down punt possession to wrap up their first quarter, and then a pick six from Grayson Callaway and an Elston fumble on the ensuing drive. They have not gotten past the 50-yard line yet. And now in trouble of booting it away with 5 minutes and change left. Callaway gets the snap, fires over the middle of the field, right in between Testa and Allred. Pressure got to Callaway. Had to let it rip before it was probably planned. Falls incomplete, and the punt team comes back out for community. Allred to continue the punting duties. We'll be booting it off to Luke Hellman. But a big play on offense on the last drive, picking up a reception. Allred gets the snap and boots it away. Spiraling out towards the bottom of the field, takes a Chaparral bounce, picked up at the 40 by Hellman, goes past midfield, and eventually pushed out by Pejo Holt, and a penalty marker on the field. Like a targeting call against the receiving team. That'll negate the return and then some. First and 10 for Aubrey at their own 40-yard line. Send a man in motion. Jet sweep going bottom to top. They hand it off to Riley Lemons. Stood up near the top of the formation. Rolling for a loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 14 coming up for the Chaparrals. Back in the backfield with Murphy. Murphy gets a snap, hands it off between the tackles, turns upfield past the 40, and stood up near the original line of scrimmage. Jackson Bradley leading the defensive attempt. I'll even give him forward progress out to the 44-yard line. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Chaparrals. 3 wide receivers at the bottom, 2 up top. Empty backfield for Connor Murphy. Murphy gets a snap, quarterback keeper. Works his way towards the left, past the 50. Wrapped up and eventually halted for forward progress. And a late penalty marker coming in from the side judge. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Community will give Aubrey a free first down and plenty of yardage to go with it, with 3:33 left to go before the halftime break. 28-0 lead for Aubrey. Ball eventually spotted at the Community 33-yard line. Pistol formation. Murphy in the shallow shotgun, back directly behind him. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Looking down the field, has a man open, caught at the 10. Stood up inside the 5, falls forward near the goal line. First and goal inside the 1. Cade Duncan with the reception from 33 yards out. As Will Story, the junior quarterback, coming in. Lines up under center. Bunch dive formation. Fullback dive to the left side. Sneaks into the blue turf. Touchdown, Aubrey. Logan Gannon, the senior, punching it in from 1 yard out, extends the lead 34-0. And the PAT unit back out. Peyton Campbell trying to make it 5 for 5. And the kick is up through the uprights, 35-0. Lead for Aubrey. 2:47 left before halftime. We'll take a step aside. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Education Foundation is turning 20 this school year. Join us in celebrating 2 decades of braving the way for educational excellence in Community ISD. The foundation enhances educational programs through classroom grants, scholarships, and support of district initiatives. To date, more than $350,000 has been returned through the foundation to support innovative teaching ideas that enrich our students' education. Learn how you can support the foundation at communityisd.org/CEF.
35-0 lead for Aubrey with 2:47 left in the second quarter, courtesy of a 1-yard touchdown run from Logan Gannon just moments ago. Set up by a 33-yard pass from Murphy to Riley Lemons. Got them inside the 1-yard line, brought in the power formation, and punched it in from a yard out. Jonathan Reed and Aronti Wilson back inside the 10 to receive the ensuing kickoff for the Braves. And booted away towards the bottom of the field. Reed will watch this roll into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Braves. 2:47, 2:47 on the clock for the Braves before halftime. They will also receive the ensuing kickoff on the other side of the halftime break. If you're working the calculators to what the path looks like for a community comeback, it's a touchdown here, get the ball back on the other side of the halftime break, get another touchdown, 35-14 before Aubrey gets a chance with their offense once again. Hand off to Cade Connor between the tackle, lowers the shoulder inside the 30. Brought down after a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 on the way for the Braves. Wide receiver depth continues to be a struggle for community. Of course, lost Eli Dixon at the beginning of the season. Chase Williams looked like a great next man up. He's gone down with an injury. And then Cash Elston, we haven't seen him since he got banged up a few drives ago. So really shuffling the wide receiver bench depth and a huge part of this air raid style offense. And community rung up for the false starts. Handful of Braves, just a little bit of miscommunication from Galloway resulted in a couple of guys leaning, both in the backfield and on the offensive line. So will negate the 6-yard Cade Connor run on first down, 2nd and 9. Same formation, 2 backs in the backfield with Callaway. Connor back to it. Spin move back near the 30, falls forward for another yard, gets the penalty yardage back and then some. 3rd and short coming up for the Braves. A timeout on the field will take us to the 2-minute timeout. We'll take one too. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at LevonFamilyDental.com or call 972-853-2100.
3rd and 4 coming up for the Braves from their own 31-yard line, 1:56 left in the second quarter. Cade Connor back-to-back carries on the first 2 plays of the drive. Braves still have 3 timeouts in their pocket. They can pick up a first down here, start to get to a rhythm. They can score before halftime. They'll feel a lot better about their chances tonight. Grayson Callaway in the shotgun with Ronty Wilson to his left. Dylan Testa at the bottom of the formation. Couple of backs to the top. Option to the top side. Pitches it out to Ronty Wilson. Turns up near the sideline. Sheds the tackle at the 45. Eventually tripped up and pushed out of bounds near midfield. Good for a Braves first down as they're marching towards midfield. They have yet to cross the 50-yard line so far tonight. So far looking like their best opportunity. Clock stops momentarily while the Braves get set up. Now resumes with 1:40 and ticking. Callaway back to pass. Looking out towards the sideline. Goes over the top. One-handed snag, but can't bring it down in bounds. Dylan Testa with a great effort near the perimeter. Just ran out of real estate. Great touch throw from Grayson Callaway. Threw it right over the top of the defender. Testa had a shot. Landed on the white turf. 2nd and 10 for the Braves. Second and 10, Callaway in the shotgun, both backs with him. Looking right, comes back left, has Callaway, or has Connor on the screen. Tiptoes up the sideline. Stays inbound right near the sticks. And Community will take a timeout with 1:16 left before halftime. It was an opportunity to talk about the success of our FFA students. Another celebration on the way for Community and the success of our FFA students at the State Fair of Texas and the East Texas State Fair. First, let's shine a spotlight on the Wofford sisters, Marley, Macy, and Kendall, for showing their gilts and barrows in the swine show at the State Fair. We also want to celebrate our rabbit exhibitors, including Reagan Taylor, Jenna Buckaloo, Alicia Guerin, and Austin Ewing. And competing for the first time in the East Texas State Fair was Tavin Nunez, who took third overall in the Floral Cup. So congratulations to all those who participated throughout the Community ISD FFA program at the State Fair of Texas and the East Texas State Fair. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Braves. Inside the Chaparral 45-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield with Callaway. Gets the snap is Roncie Wilson, who comes out of the backfield, stood up at the line of scrimmage, and brought down by a group of Aubrey defenders shortly after. 4th down. And another whistle on the play. Timeouts coming from Community. They want to take another look at it. And we'll take a break with them. 1:06 on the clock. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
Fourth and 1 coming up for Community at the Chaparral 44-yard line. 1:06 on the clock before halftime. Coach Ortega using his second timeout. Talk things over. Doesn't do you a whole lot of good to punt from here, so time to draw up a couple of your best plays to get some momentum before the halftime break. Again, Community gets the ball on the other side of the break as well, so an opportunity to go 2 for 1. They can capitalize here. 4th down. Pitch play to Roncie Wilson off the left side. Breaks the tackle in the backfield. Plows forward. Past the sticks. Good for a first down. Clock stops momentarily right at the 61-second mark. Well, stay stopped until they can get the chains reset. Braves back in action. Up-tempo offense now starting to find a rhythm for the first time tonight. Callaway back to pass. Has the ball knocked out of his hands for an incomplete pass. Not a whole lot of time to throw, but the ball falls incomplete with 51 seconds. 2nd and 10 coming up for Community. And now, without their top 3 receivers in Cash Elston, Chase Williams, and Eli Dixon, Callaway drops back to pass. Circles back in towards the bottom of the formation. Fires it down the field. Intercepted at the 30. And turns it upfield. Breaks the tackle at the 40. Up the sideline. Has a convoy of blockers in front of him. Tiptoes up the sideline. It's going to be a pick 6 for Braxton Osterman. The second pick 6 of the night for the Chaparrals as they go up 41-0 with 32 seconds left in the second quarter. Peyton Campbell back out, trying to make it 6 for 6 on PAT attempts tonight. And the snap comes in, kick through the pipes as Aubrey extends their lead 42-0 with 32 seconds left before halftime. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Let's remember to play, coach, officiate, and support the Texas way with respect for others, self-control, and true sportsmanship. Our student athletes are here to learn life lessons through sport. Win or lose, your actions during competition and in the stands reflect your character. Play with pride. Play with honor. Play the Texas way. Learn more at playthetexasway.com.
42-0 lead for Aubrey with 32 seconds left before the halftime break. Chaparrals extended their lead on a Braxton Osterman pick six from about 60 yards out. Grayson Calloway doing some great work in the backfield to evade the initial pass rush and gave an opportunity down the field. Osterman came away with it and took it back to the house for the second defensive touchdown of the night for the Chaparrals. Now set to boot it away. Jonathan Reed and Roncie Wilson back inside the 10 to receive the ensuing kickoff for Community. The kick blasted. Jonathan Reed will watch it roll into the blue turf for a touchback as the Braves take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. With 32 seconds left, the Braves picked up their best offensive possession on their last go-around, started about the same position of the field, got into Chaparral territory, found some sparks in the passing game. Roncie Wilson with a couple of good runs, Cade Connor bringing the boom, running the football as well. But ultimately stopped short by the Chaparral defense. First and 10. Roncie Wilson in the backfield with Calloway. Calloway hands it off to Wilson. Out to the left side. Earn his way up field about 4 yards on the first down carry. Could be the last play of the half if the Braves want it to be. 2nd and 6 if not. And both teams will retreat towards the sideline, and that'll take us to our halftime intermission. Aubrey up 42-0 over Community. We'll take a quick break. Halftime coverage coming up. Marching band performances on the way. You're watching Community Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Texas way!
I feel really good. I'm really happy that he was so excited about everything. I didn't expect any less of a reaction from him, honestly, but I'm really happy that he finally has a way, to get to and from school.
Thanks. I love you too. Love you guys. Love you.
Abel's an amazing person. He has a million reasons to be sad and never has a smile not on his face. He always is jumping for joy, is always more happy than you will ever be, honestly. And you would never guess the reality of his situation.
I was really proud of them to see that there's something bigger than them, there's something bigger than volleyball, and that they took it upon themselves to solve this problem. In the classroom, in the hallways, in the gym, they know what is expected of them and they rise above it every single time.
Hi.
Mighty Braves Marching Band. Band students of the week are freshman Alyssa Phillips, sophomore Claire Belmore, junior Anthony Williams, senior Dunson Holloway, color guard Ren Pritzker, and section of the week is the flute. Drum majors of the band are Jaden Hale, Ruth Rangel, Colby Anishiv, Daniel Zuby. The band will perform parts 1, 2, and 3 of their halftime show entitled Old School, featuring music from the 80s. Featured soloists are Jaden Hale, Claire Belmore, and Luke Tran.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we would like to honor the homecoming court of 2025. Each member of the court was selected by the student body to represent the spirit and pride of the Aubrey High School Chaparrals. Our freshman princess, Emma Jones, is escorted by her father, and freshman prince, Logan Whipple, is escorted by his mother. Emma is the daughter of Chris and Jade Jones. Emma is currently a member of the Aubrey High School's cheer team. Her favorite quote is, "You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough." Mae West. Emma would like to attend college after high school and become an architect. Logan is the son of Melanie Stout. He participates in Aubrey's football, baseball, and track teams. His favorite quote is, "If you ain't first, you're last." Ricky Bobby. Logan is military or college bound. Either way, would like to continue playing sports. Our sophomore princess, Kaya Teeples, is being escorted by her father, and sophomore prince, Kirill Torres, is being escorted by his mother. Kaya is the daughter of Sean and Tammy Teeples. She is a member of Aubrey High School's varsity cheer team. Her favorite quote is, "Do what is right, not what is easy, nor what is popular." Roy T. Bennett. Kaya's plans after high school are to graduate from cosmetology school, go to college, and get a business degree, and start her own hair salon. Kirill is the son of Pedro Torres and mother Carla Santiago. He participates with Aubrey High School's varsity baseball team. His favorite quote is, "Work hard, stay humble, and keep pushing forward." Mike Trout. He would like to attend college to play baseball and pursue a career as an athletic trainer after high school. Our junior princess, Keely Sanchez, is escorted by her father, and junior prince Drew Gondelinger is being escorted by his mother. Keely is the daughter of Christy and Will Sanchez. She is a member of Aubrey's dance team, FCCLA, and student council. Her favorite quote is, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold and my refuge, my Savior. You save me from violence." 2 Samuel 22:2-3. Keely would like to attend cosmetology school after high school. Drew is the son of Corey Dondelinger. He participates in Aubrey High School's varsity football team. His favorite quote is, "It's not brain science or rocket surgery, coach. Coach both." After high school, he would like to play college football. Congratulations to all our underclassmen. Please give them a big round of applause. And now for the Aubrey High School Queen and King nominees. Our first Queen nominee, Pearl Lamoke, is escorted by her father, and King nominee, Andy Vieira, has his mom to accompany him. Pearl is the daughter of Paul and Vivian Amoke. She participates as a leader in yearbook. Her favorite quote is, "But if I lack love, then I am nothing at all." Lauren Hill. She would like to work towards a bachelor's degree in business after high school. Andy is the son of Craig and Karina Beckendorf. He participates in Aubrey High School's varsity soccer team. His favorite quote is, "If you weren't invited, don't ask to go." He would like to attend college in Alabama to study business. Queen and King nominees, Pearl Lamoke and Andy Vieira. Our second Queen nominee, Hannah Grimes, is escorted by her father, and King nominee, Eddie Sandata Rouge Jr., is accompanied by his mother. Hannah is the daughter of Nikki Grimes and Deacon Grimes. She has participated in AHS volleyball for all 4 years at AHS. Her favorite quote is, "Let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." Galatians 6:9. After high school, she plans to attend college and study criminology. She would like to work with the FBI as a homicide detective. Eddie is the son of Hosanna Sandata and Eddie Sandata Rouge. He participates in clubs and sports. His favorite quote is, "Whatever you do in this life, it's not legendary unless your friends are there to see it." Eddie Stinson. Eddie is planning on following his dreams and will end up famous. Queen and King nominees, Hannah Grimes and Eddie Sundada Roos Jr. Our third Queen nominee, Taylin Hoover, is escorted by her father, and our third King nominee, Karsten Stevenson, is accompanied by his mother. Taylin is the daughter of Tanji and Danny Hoover. She is currently an Aubrey High School FCCLA member and a senior student council member. Her favorite quote is, "Be careful who you call your friends. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies." Al Capone. Her plans are to attend college and study psychology after high school. Karsten is the son of Clint and Ashlyn Stevenson. He is on the Aubrey High School varsity basketball team. His favorite quote is, "He should have had a statue." It's a random Manford's fan. He would like to attend BYU in Idaho to study construction management. Queen and King nominees, Taylin Hoover and Karsten Stevenson. Our fourth and final Queen nominee, Faith Scanlon, is escorted by her father, and King nominee, Deshaun Reed. Faith Scanlon is the daughter of Laura and Andrew Appleton. She is the captain of the Aubrey Chaparrals dance team and also sings.
Hey, Brave Nation, you are watching the halftime on the Community Brave Network. This is Cooper Welch. I'm going to give you a quick look around at scores across the district and as well as some of our former opponents from earlier in the year. So Canton is up pretty big, 56-7 over Wills Point in the third quarter, looking to maintain their undefeated season. Quinlan Ford also undefeated on the year so far, 42-7 in Ferris in the third. Crum trails 27-35 at Sanger, trying to set up first place in that district competition. And Western Hills lost pretty big to Decatur, 70-7. That was earlier today. Moving to the second page of our scoreboard, Lake Dallas yesterday lost at Panther Creek, 13-31. Paris and Sulphur Springs are vying off in the Battle of the Wildcats in Sulphur Springs. It is 14 Paris, 17 Sulphur Springs at the half. Cattle Mills leads 20-10 in Farmersville in the third quarter. And Royce City trails 21-24 at Rockwall Heath at the half. Rockwall leads 35-28 at Forney at the half. And we've got one more final to report to you from yesterday. Wiley East has improved to 7-0, 5-0 with a big 44-15 win at Naaman Forest. That's a quick look at the scores from across the area at our district and some former opponents from earlier in the year. We'll be back in just a little bit with the second half. Thanks for watching the Community Braves Network.
The Community Education Foundation is turning 20 this school year. Join us in celebrating 2 decades of braving the way for educational excellence in Community ISD. The foundation enhances educational programs through classroom grants, scholarships, and support of district initiatives. To date, more than $350,000 has been returned through the foundation to support innovative teaching ideas that enrich our students' education. Learn how you can support the foundation at communityisd.org/CEF. The J.R. Airy State Farm Agency is proud to support Community ISD athletics. At the J.R. Airy State Farm Agency, we're all about protecting what matters most: your family, your home, your future. Just like our Braves fight for every win, we're here to fight for you with personalized insurance and financial solutions. Cheer on Community ISD with us, and let's secure your tomorrow together. Like a good neighbor, JR is there. Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at levonfamilydental.com or call 972-853-2100. Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
What I would say to someone thinking about becoming a mentor with Project Inspire is to just do it. Just jump in and don't hesitate. If there is a prompting on your heart to participate in this program, then definitely sign up, because it would be a blessing to that child and to you as well.
Becoming a mentor with Project Inspire, you think that you're going to be the one that's helping the kid. And with every kid, they end up helping you more. Whether it's through simple interactions or some of the harder questions, whatever it may pertain, you feel as if you're helping the kid out throughout their life and hoping that you're building a really good foundation for them in their life. But on the other end of it all, they end up helping us a lot more than what you would ever think. And they have a different perspective, and you think that you're the one helping them. And I think that's the case for sure. But also, they help us more than they could ever give back to them.
The Community Athletic Booster Club is fired up to support our student athletes in Community ISD. With your help, we've awarded thousands in scholarships, boosted athletic excellence, and given back to every CISD sport, making a lasting difference in our students' lives. Next time you're on campus for a game, don't forget to stop by our concession stand. Every purchase helps us continue this incredible work.
Welcome back to Aubrey High School. Community just set to receive the second half kickoff, trailing 42-0 against the Chaparrals on homecoming night. Jonathan Reed and Durante Wilson back deep to receive the kickoff for Community. It's been all Chaparrals tonight, courtesy of a strong start from quarterback Connor Murphy, who started the first quarter off with back-to-back rushing touchdowns to jump out 14-0. Also got the scoring started throughout the air in the second quarter. A 42-yard touchdown pass to Braxton Osterman, and Aubrey picking up a pick six from about 50 yards out from Cameron Haygood. And another long drive resulted in a Logan Gannon 1-yard touchdown run. 35-0 was the lead there. And then right before halftime, Braxton Osterman scoring his second touchdown of the night on a pick six from about 65 yards out. The Braves will receive the opening kickoff wearing their all-white uniforms, white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, blue numbers, updated Braves logo on the side. They'll be advancing the ball left to right. Jonathan Reed will watch the ball go over his head into the end zone for a touchback. And Aubrey wearing gray jerseys, gray pants, black numbers, white trim, white helmets, script letter with a Roadrunner-like logo on one side, script chaps on the other. 1st and 10 for Community at their own 25-yard lines where they'll set up shop. Wide receiver depth being tested for Community. We saw Cash Elston go down mid-second quarter. Haven't seen him come back. We currently have Chase Petty in, playing that slot wide receiver position. First play is a handoff to Cade Connor to the left side, picks up a solid chunk on first down, gain of 4 on the play for the Braves. Dylan Test at the top of the formation. Both of the lead running backs in Cade Connor and Ronti Wilson out in, currently standing in the backfield with Grayson Calloway. Chase Petty looking like he's waiting for direction. He'll join Alex Krichka at the bottom of the formation. Both backs in the backfield with Callaway. Callaway kicks Wilson out of the backfield. Back to Connor between the tackle. Barrels on through for another solid gain. Sets up third and manageable for the Braves. Braves rough go at it in the first half offensively. Started with a 3-and-outs and a 4-play punt drive. And then back-to-back turnovers on a pick six and a fumble from Cash Elston. They punted on their second-to-last drive and then threw a pick six on their final real opportunity before halftime. Looking to find some momentum early in the second quarter or in the second half. Callaway in the shotgun. Handoff to Wilson to the left side. Bounces it outside. Past the 35. First down. And push out of bounds right at the 38-yard line. First down for Community. Their first of the half. An injury depth at the wide receiver spot. It's tilted their run pass skew. Very run heavy to start off. They've taken a couple of shots down the field, but certainly not where this offense is best suited. Callaway now back to pass, trying to set up a halfback screen, blown up in the backfield, incomplete. Ran out very well by the Chaparral defense. Looking to come back to Ronti Wilson. Wilson had blockers if he could have evaded the first defender, but easier said than done. 2nd and 10 on the way for Community. Clock stopped with 10:31 in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Braves on the opening drive of the third quarter. 2-by-2 formation. Kirchka and Testa out on the field. Looking down the field towards Chase Petty. In and out of the hands of a defender from the Chaparral. It would have been Braxton Osterman, who had the best chance to come down with it from the defense. Would have been his second interception of the night. Now 3rd and 10 for the Braves offense. Picked up a first down with a downhill running game before switching back to their air attack. 3rd and 10. Callaway with the snap. Fires down the field. Looking for Testa. Tries to go up with one hand. Can't come down with it. 4th and 10 coming up for the Braves. Incomplete pass, and punt team will come out for both units. Adam Allred back to boot it away. Luke Hellman to receive the punts. He's currently standing at his own 30-yard line. 10:22 left in the third. The snap comes in a bit high, but Allred comes down with it and boots it away. Good punt. Lands inside the 40. Takes a Braves bounce towards the goal line inside the 30 and towards the 25. And that's where the Chaparrals will start their first possession of the second half. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The Community Education Foundation is turning 20 this school year. Join us in celebrating 2 decades of braving the way for educational excellence in Community ISD. The foundation enhances educational programs through classroom grants, scholarships, and support of district initiatives. To date, more than $350,000 has been returned through the foundation to support innovative teaching ideas that enrich our students' education. Learn how you can support the foundation at communityisd.org/CEF.
First and 10 for the Chaparrals. Swing pass up to the top of the formation. Solid gain on first down, second and medium. Coming up for the Chaparrals, it's been a little while since we've gotten to see their offense. They took over and handed the ball back with about 3 minutes left in the second quarter. And a couple of tumultuous drives for Community rattled off the end of the second quarter. Murphy takes off running, eventually brought down in the open field. Good tackle from Kelvin Shamuiwa. Good for an Aubrey first down. Up 42-0, Connor Murphy has been very successful tonight, both running and throwing the football. A couple of passing touchdowns, a couple of rushing touchdowns, and has been outstanding throughout the evening. Started the game with a more quarterback power-centric run game, and as that opened up the pass game, they were able to attack down the field, a couple of times picking up some big chunks, including a 50-yard touchdown pass, but back to the quarterback power run. This one brought down for a short gain, about a yard, maybe a yard and a foot. Second and long coming up for the Chaparrals. Murphy in the shotgun by himself. Two up top, two to the bottom. Send a man in motion, top to bottom. Jet sweep motion, bounces out towards the 50, and finally shoved out of bounds. It's Jackson Doremus past the 40. Adam Allred there on the stop, with Caleb Allred and a penalty marker near the point of attack. Chaparrals walking back towards their own goal line. And a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the offense will negate the yardage picked up by Doremus. They spot the ball back at the Aubrey 47-yard line. Break the huddle officially, since it was after the play, still first and 10. Murphy in the pistol, shallow shotgun with the back directly behind him. Two backs to the top of the formation, one to the bottom. There's under 8.5 left to go in the fourth, or in the third. First offensive drive of the night for Aubrey. Now they revert back to a traditional shotgun formation, back to Murphy's right hip. Murphy drops back, swings out the ball. Caught at the top of the formation. Barrels on past the 45, past midfield, near the sticks. For a gain of 8, second and 1 coming up. Two wide receivers at the bottom, one up top. Murphy gets the snap. Hands it off between the tackles. Barrels on through, brought down at the point of attack. Kelvin Shamuiwa once again on the tackle. Will give forward progress. Enough to move the chains. First down for the Chaparrals. First and 10 from the community 42-yard line. Shotgun formation. Murphy with the back to his right hip. Swings out towards the bottom. Caught. It's Luke Hellman. And immediately dropped near the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for about a yard and maybe a couple of inches on top of that. Second and 9 for the Chaparrals. On the pitch and catch to Luke helmet. Aubrey marching very diligently. Murphy in the backfield by himself, motions it back in. Quarterback power between the tackles. Sheds the first line of defense into the secondary. Past the 30, brought down just shy of the community 25-yard line. Good for a gain of 14 on the play. First down for the Chaparrals.
Stop by Allred and Tesla at the Braves.
Ball spotted at the community 26-yard line. Murphy in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, pump fakes, now rolls to his left, fires in towards the end zone, looking for Hellman. Just off his fingertips in the end zone, and a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. Holding territory, also common for hands to the face. I think they're going to rule it an ineligible man down the field. RPO style play, sometimes offensive linemen can get caught down the field. They don't know what's going on behind them. You think it might be a run, supposed to be run blocking, move it down the field, get a little bit too far upfield, quarterback throws it past the line of scrimmage, rung up for an ineligible man down the field. First and 15 now. The Chaparrals bump back to the 31-yard line. Pistol formation. Murphy gets the snap, hands it off to the right. Fades the tackler in the backfield past the 25 and barrels on through for a gain of 8 seconds and 7 coming up for the Chaparrals. As a handoff to Corbin Frazier on the play. Pistol formation can give you a little bit more momentum heading downfield between the tackles. A little bit more of a head of steam than the traditional side-by-side formation that we've seen Aubrey run probably more frequently than not. They go back to the pistol formation. Fake the handoff. Now Murphy rolls to his left, swings it out to a tight end-like back past the 15. Stood up inside the 10. That's Cole Trevisco on the completion. Gets a first down for Aubrey. They're marching in deep into community territory. 5.5 to go. First and goal from the 10. It's a handoff to the left side. Turns it up off the hash. Touchdown, Aubrey. It's a 9-yard touchdown carry from Corbin Frazier. Extends the lead to 48-0. Kicker Peyton Campbell comes back out. Had to dot the I on a very diligent, patient touchdown drive from Aubrey to extend their lead 48-0. Snap comes in. Operation clean kick through the uprights. Now they go up 49-0 with 5:05 left in the third quarter. We'll take a step back. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at levonfamilydental.com or call 972-853-2100.
49-0 lead for Aubrey, courtesy of the 9-yard touchdown run from Corbin Frazier. Put the exclamation point on a very diligent touchdown drive from the Chaparrals. They extend their lead now, 49-0. Jonathan Reed and Ronty Wilson back deep to receive. Peyton Campbell has not given them much to eat on in the kickoff game. has it teed up. Like to do a quick little pump fake at the ball, try to see if they can get a favorable look. They boot it off. Reed watches it roll into the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 for Community. On the way with 5:05 left in the third quarter. Braves picked up some steam on the ground game on their first drive of the second half. Eventually resulted in a punt around midfield. Trying to turn the tides. Passing game's been very limited with the wide receiver depth becoming an issue. Even more so tonight, losing 2 of your top 3 wide receivers before tonight started. And we haven't seen Cash Elston since about the midway points in the second quarter. Having to shuffle things around in the wide receiver room. It's Chase Petty in the backfield with Callaway. It's a pop pass to Roncie Wilson. Got some blockers in front of him. Past the 30. For a solid gain on first down. Second and 5. Now due up for the Braves. Timeout on the field. Not sure where the stoppage was. Penalty marker ruled against Community. That'll negate the run on the play. Spot the ball at the 15-yard line. 1st and 20 coming up for the Braves. After the 5-yard pop pass to Roncie Wilson. Another pop pass, this time to Cade Connor. Turns it up between the tackles. Picks up a few yards on the play. 2nd and long coming up for the Braves. Same kind of action we just saw with Roncie Wilson. Send a man in motion and some counter action on the offensive line. Sometimes can act as a stunt on the offensive side of the football, create some space. Then it's up to Cade Connor to find the crease. 2nd and 18 coming up. Back to a more traditional formation that we see for Community. 2 wide receivers up top, 2 bunched to the bottom. Cade Connor in the backfield with Callaway. He gets the halfback toss to the left, turns it up past the 20, and brought down near the 23-yard line. Sets up 3rd and 13 coming up for the Braves. And there was a holding penalty on first down of this drive that started to spin the tires before they could get rolling. Break the huddle with 3:30 left in the third quarter. Callaway in the shotgun fakes the handoff to Wilson. Immediate pressure, fires it over for Connor, in and out of the hands of a Chaparral defender. Cameron Haygood in on the play, snuffed it out almost at his 2nd interception of the night. Pass falls incomplete, and the punt team comes back out for Community with 3:22 left in the third quarter. Back inside his 10 to receive the snap. Boots it off. Shorter punt than what we've seen, but takes a favorable Braves bounce past midfield. And the Chaparrals will set up shop inside the 50. That'll give us an opportunity to talk about the Task Force for Growth. They held their 2nd meeting of the year last Tuesday. Tour of CISD campuses. And we love the enthusiasm our attendees showed while exploring what works and what can be improved in our campus models. There are over 1,000 new to community students since May of this year, and we're projected to continue growing like this for many years to come. So now is the time to make plans that will help us manage future growth. Registration is still open, and everyone is welcome to join us for our next meeting on October 14th. 3:12 left in the third quarter. Shotgun snap coming up for Connor Murphy. Quarterback keeper between the tackles. Past 35, Past the 40, it's actually Will Story coming in to replace Murphy. Brought down near the 37-yard line. Good for a Chaparrals first down. Will Story getting his first full drive at QB. We saw him come in a goal line situation earlier before he handed off for a 1-yard touchdown run. Now leading the offense with under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. First and 10 for Aubrey. 2:23 counting. Quarterback keeper to the right. Bounces it out towards the sideline past the 35 and brought down a group of Braves defenders. Grayson Abbott leading the way. Isaac Foy there on the attack as well. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Chaparrals. Second and 7. And the shotgun swings it out to the top of the formation. Caught at the 36. Makes the first man miss. Reverses field. Now reverts back towards the other sideline. And Isaac Foy brings him down at the 32. After all the running, picks up about 2 yards on the play. Third and 4 coming up for the Chaparrals. Will Story in the shotgun by himself. He did attempt a field goal around this part of the field not too long ago. Quarterback keeper to the left, turns up the hashes, past 25, past the chains for a Chaparral first down. Now under a minute left in the third quarter. Chaparrals driving in Brave territory. First and 10 from the 24-yard line. Story breaks the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. 5 seconds now. Gets the snap. Quarterback keeper to the right. Waits for a block past the 20. Chopped down right on the edge of the red zone. Short gain on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up, and that will be the end of the third quarter. Final 12 minutes on the way. We'll take a step back. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Let's remember to play, coach, officiate, and support the Texas way with respect for others, self-control, and true sportsmanship. Our student athletes are here to learn life lessons through sport. Win or lose, your actions during competition and in the stands reflect your character. Play with pride. Play with honor. Play the Texas way. Learn more at playthetexasway.com. During this break in the action, take a moment to follow Community ISD. On Facebook and Instagram, we're easy to find. Our handle is Community ISD.
Second and 6 coming up for Chaparrals. Story gets a snap. Quarterback keeper to the left. Turns it up between the hashes. Picks up the first down. Brought down inside the 10. First and goal coming up for Aubrey. First and goal from the 9. Audrey knocking on the door. And back to his right. 2 wide receivers to the perimeter. Quarterback keeper to the right, brought down in the backfield. Fall forward for a little bit. Moving forward progress to the 8. Second and goal coming up. For the Chaparrals. High snap comes in. Story ends up keeping it. Bounces out to the right, looking for the pylon. Right at the point of attack. They're going to rule that he is out of bounds. And a penalty marker thrown in by the judge who was right there. Could be a horse collar or a face mask type penalty, but capped out of the end zone for the time being. Like a bit of a busted play for Will Story. Or actually, they're going to rule it a holding on Aubrey. So they'll be moved back. It'll be second and long, or second and goal from the 14.5-yard line on the near side of the field. Story in the shotgun by himself. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff over the middle of the field, incomplete. Was looking for Braden Williamson. Can't connect. Third and goal coming up. Third and goal coming up. Aubrey did attempt a fairly long field goal near 50 yards in the first half. On third and goal, no opportunity to get a first down. He can't get into the end zone. Story gets the snap, is looking to throw. Has some pressure, shuffles to the right, tucks it, makes a man miss at the 10. And eventually shoved out of bounds at the 6. So Eric McClinton shoving him out. Fourth and goal. A penalty marker on the field. Will move them back. So we'll redo third down, but this time from outside the 25-yard line. Third and goal. 3 wide receivers to the bottom, 2 spread out up top. Story in the backfield by himself, drops back to pass, fires in towards the end zone, intercepted inside the 5. They'll rule it a touchdown. Ronti Wilson getting it done on the defensive side on the interception in the end zone. And the Braves force their first turnover of the night. .05 left in the fourth quarter. The Braves take over. With a touchback, so the Braves will start at the 20. Grayson Calloway in the shotgun. Hand off to the right. I believe that's Adam Allred gets the carry. Chaparrals is on way towards the 25, gain of 2 on the play.
Jonathan Reed in this area in that play.
Play call with 13 on the play clock. Callaway in the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield with them on either side. Same play as last, has a hole up between the middle, turns on the Jets in midfield. It's a foot race inside the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Braves. Touchdown Community from 72 yards out. That's Jonathan Reed. Some carries from the backfield, making them count. 73 yards out. Give the Braves their first score of the night. Full story now out to dot the I. On the 2-yard touchdown drive kick through the uprights, and the Braves on the board. 49-7. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Do you want to get ahead of the competition? Do you want access to a full indoor turf field, hit tracks and pro batter, pitching and hitting tunnels, pitching machines, golf simulators, a full-size gym, and more? Come to Inbounds Sports Training, right up the road from Community High School, located at 760 North FM 1138, or visit inboundssports.com.
9:15 left in the fourth quarter. Braves get their first touchdown of the night courtesy of a 73-yard touchdown run from Jonathan Reed, capping off a 2-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. Currently trail 49-7 against Aubrey. Let's see a look at this Chaparral defense coming up. 9:15 left in the fourth quarter. And the boot up the middle of the field. Grounder inside the 10 eventually finds its way into the end zone. A little bit of a risky play. Let that roll all the way down, but Aubrey takes over first and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 9:15 left to work with on the night. So it's been a very productive night for them. You got to see Will Story check in at quarterback for the last drive. Had a promising drive. Eventually got inside the 8-yard line. A couple of penalties backed them up. 3rd and goal from the 25-yard line for interception thrown to Ronti Wilson in the end zone. Turned it over, and the Braves capitalized on the 73-yard touchdown run from Jonathan Reed. Story in the shotgun, has it back to his right. High snap. Eventually corrals it and comes back down with it. Nowhere to go. Loss of 4 on the play. Another quarterback switch for the Chaparrals. Jackson Paulin checking in for Aubrey. 3rd quarterback we've seen tonight for the Chaparrals. Break the huddle with 8:36 and counting. 2nd and 15 coming up for the Chaparrals. Another high snap. Not a whole lot of work to work with for Pollen, but turns it up between the tackles, makes a play out of nothing. 7-yard carry brings them past the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8, or 3rd and 8 coming up for Aubrey. At their own 27-yard line. penalty marker. Plenty of those throughout the evening. Personal foul against Community will bail Aubrey out of a little bit of trouble. Would have been 3rd and 9. The Chaparrals instead 1st and 10. Clock stopped at 8:14. The official's still talking about it. We'll spot the ball at the 42-yard line near the near hash. First and 10 for Aubrey. Back in the backfield with Pollen. Pollen gets the snap, another high snap. They'll just tuck it and go. Brought down for a short gain. Having trouble with the snap throughout this offensive drive. Second and 10 coming up for the Chaparrals. 7.5 now to go. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Back in the backfield with Pollen. Handoff between the tackles. Barrels his way past the 45, still on his feet, past midfield. Eventually dragged down by Isaac Foy, but good enough for an Aubrey first down. First and 10 for Aubrey, now in community territory. This snap high, gets away from Pollen, chases it back towards the 30, eventually just falls on it. Avoids disaster, but a loss of about 20 on the play. It back all the way inside the 30. First or second and billion from the 26-yard line. They've had trouble with the snap all drive. This snap comes in clean. Fires it out towards the bottom of the formation. Caught by Avon Green. Turns up the sideline. No gain on the play. 3rd and long. A little bit less than 40 yards between the line of scrimmage and the yard to gain. Five and a half to go. Pollen breaks the huddle. Back to his left hip. 2 wide receivers up top, 1 at the bottom. Hands it off between the tackles, wrapped up by Allred. Barrels is on way past the 30. Still 4th and a long way to go. The punt team coming out for the first time for Aubrey tonight. Had a couple of stop drives, 1 on a turnover, 1 on a missed field goal, but first time that we've gotten to see punt unit come out. And snap comes in a bit high, but able to corral it. A good punt spiraling towards the 40. Takes a Aubrey bounce towards the 30. And that's where Community will set up shop with 4:40 left to go in the 4th. We'll take a break. You're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
The J.R. Airy State Farm Agency is proud to support community ISD athletics. At the J.R. Airy State Farm Agency, we're all about protecting what matters most: your family, your home, your future. Just like our Braves fight for every win, we're here to fight for you with personalized insurance and financial solutions. Cheer on Community ISD with us, and let's secure your tomorrow together. Like a good neighbor, JR is there.
First and 10 for the Braves from their own 31-yard line. Handoff to the right side, still fighting for yardage. The scrum past the 35. Gain of 6 on the play for first down.
Jonathan Reed on the carry, wait for progress.
Credit him with 6 yards on the carry. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Braves. Back to either side of Callaway in the backfield. It's Jonathan Reed on the carry. Turns it up on the hashes. Had the 70-yard run earlier. Wrangled down near the 45. Good enough for a first down. Momentary scrum as it was stripped out.
Looks like that's going to be a community first down.
First down for the Braves. They march towards the 44-yard line. 3:37 and counting.
Is needing to get it right home. Now would be the time to call that right. Make sure they get it by the end of the game.
Jonathan Reed getting a handful of carries as of late. Still in test at the bottom of the formation. Alex Pritchka at the top of the formation. Chase Petty on the field as well. Callaway gets the snap back to Reed between the tackles. Barrels his way past the 45. Another chunk yardage for Jonathan Reed.
Reed on another carry. Stop by
Reed had the 70-yard touchdown run earlier this quarter to break the shutout. We wind under 3 minutes in the fourth quarter. Braves trail 49-7. It was a second quarter, 2 forgets, 2 defensive touchdowns scored by Aubrey. Put the game on ice for the Chaparrals. Community 2nd and 5 from the 49-yard line. Handoff to Cade Connor. To the right side, brought down at the line of scrimmage. Trying to bounce out towards the sideline. Good perimeter defense from the Chaparral defense to halt him where he stands. 3rd and 5 on the way. And that will bring us to the 2-minute timeouts. We'll take a step back. 49-7 lead for Aubrey. Back with the final 2 minutes. After this, you're watching Braves football on the Community Braves Network.
Braves fans, do you need some dental work done? Well, come on out to Levon Family Dental. Dr. Casey Draper and his staff provide you with high-quality dentistry using the latest in technology and modern convenience. Check them out online at LevonFamilyDental.com or call 972-853-2100.
Third and 5, fresh out of the 2-minute timeout from the 49-yard line. Wildcat formation. Looks like Cade Connor and Rontu Wilson in the backfield. Kick Grayson Callaway out to the wide receiver core at the bottom of the screen. Rontu Wilson will take the snap. He'll keep it himself between the tackles. Past the line of scrimmage up to the 45. Bounces out towards the sideline. Barrels his way towards the 30. First down for the Braves. First down for the Braves near the 30-yard line. We'll spot it at the far hash, 32-yard line, 144 and counting. Braves revert back to traditional formation, two backs in the backfield with Callaway. Handed off to Jonathan Reed between the tackles, turns upfield at the 30. Makes the first tackle and brought down shortly thereafter. Right, moderate gain on the play. Second and 7 coming up for the Braves. Inside a minute left in the fourth. Callaway, shotgun. Drops back to throw. It's a screen. Connor to the right side, caught at the 30. Turns it up the field. Carries the pile towards the 25 for a moderate gain on second down. That will be the last play if Community wants it. Looks like they'll retreat towards the sideline, and that'll wrap up our contest tonight. Community falls 49-7 against the Aubrey Chaparrals. They pick up their second consecutive win against Community. Some good bright spots for the Braves in this one, including a 70-yard touchdown run from Jonathan Reed late in the fourth quarter. Injuries have been a struggle for the Braves, and another bright spot in the running back room that's emerging as one of the strengths of this team. And Ronte Wilson also picking up a big play on the defense with an interception, halting a very promising Aubrey drive in the fourth quarter as well. That'll do it for our coverage tonight. We'll be back in Nevada next week as they'll take on Sulphur Springs. Best place to watch Braves football is, of course, Braves Stadium. Next best place is right here for free on the Community Braves Network. Brandon Shanahan signing off. Hope you have a great weekend and good night, and go Braves.